10 pests that might be living in your garage, basement, or home. So, Brad, help me out with this.
Yep.
So, when it comes to pest control, and Brad knows this because he has a new pest control company. What's it
Mhm.
called?
Team Bug Out.
And what is there a phone number?
There is phone number 502-357-7700.
That's right. Now, mice. When it comes to
Yep.
winter, mice
Mhm.
living vegetation around a home begin to search for a place to bed down for the winter. Okay, we're towards the end of winter, but they're still out there, right?
They're still out there. We're actually still getting calls about mice. We've had some dealings with people who have food trucks that sat around this winter, and
Oh,
they're drawing in rats.
ugh,
So yeah, they're out there too. But the other thing
ugh,
about the mice is they also bring in snakes. So snakes are coming out now with a little bit of this warm weather. So
that's
look for
great.
those in a
That's
garage near
just
you.
so
It's
good.
fun stuff.
Then we've got termites. This one on the list should make everyone more fearful than anything else because they feast on cellulose
Yeah.
in the wood of a home's framing. And it can take a colony 3 to 5 years to do some serious damage. Is that what I hear?
Yeah, termites do $6 billion worth of property damage every year just in the U.S.
Oh,
Yeah, and they in our type of climate, they never really go dormant. They're subterranean primarily, and they go underground, but they keep eating and they feed on the cellulose in the soft part of the wood.
Walt Disney created Jiminy Cricket, which was a great cartoon character,
Mhm.
but in real life, those chirping crickets might be maybe a bit of a nuisance. And their mating calls are what the crickets reverberating, right? 2
Yeah,
a.m. in the morning, it doesn't work very well.
yeah.
Are there special ways to get rid of crickets? No?
Not really. It's a bit of a sanitation issue
Yeah,
for them. They can reproduce pretty quickly, and they're food for other predators
sure. Hey, well,
that we don't want.
yeah, you mentioned snakes because they're
Right.
coming out, and that's one of the
Yeah.
problems. Spiders, and then
Mhm.
like most pests that slither, crawl, or creep into your garage or house, they're looking for food and shelter. So,
Yes.
and I see a lot of spider
Yeah.
webs when I go to my basement. So, what's the
Yeah.
story on that?
So, well, you want to clean up those spider webs because those spider webs are oftentimes holding the egg sacs, which is where all
Oh,
the little spiders are coming. So wipe them down. Use one of those. Well, they call them web brushes, but basically it's just a nylon type bristle brush. But just knock those down, clean them out. You don't want those around. The other thing, a lot of spiders will come in on things like firewood. During the wintertime, spiders are looking for any place to shelter. They come in on firewood, they get into your warm house, and then they go and disappear into other areas. So yeah, look for any of those spider webs and get them cleaned out. And if you see anything like a brown recluse, which is a completely different type of spider, they're about the size of a quarter and brown with kind of long legs. Um, those you want to call a professional right away because they are difficult to get rid of, and they bites are very problematic.
Brett, quickly, vacuuming the
Mhm.
the
Yep.
spider webs.
Yep.
That's okay.
Perfect.
Then just
That's
get rid of the
perfect.
canister. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Pill bugs. So you've ever moved a wet wood or
Yeah.
cardboard, you may see them. They cause a
Ro-
problem?
Roly polies. I mean, they're the kids'
Yeah.
favorite bugs, right? Now,
Uh,
here's a fact for you. Those aren't insects. Do you
oh,
know that?
really?
They're
What are
actually
they?
they're crustaceans. They're related to a shrimp or a crayfish. Yeah,
Oh,
for real. But yeah, pill bugs.
you got it. Silverfish, long, slender bugs, which get their name from their silver in color. They can slip into any crack easily.
They
Ride on anything, right? Yeah.
they eat paper. They eat cardboard boxes. They eat old books. They
Yeah.
love to eat paper.
Ants. I mean, there are a lot of ants. They'll infiltrate garages, homes, but the carpenter ants are the worst. Why is that?
Well, carpenter ants are actually destructive. They're a wood destroying
Oh,
insect, like a termite is.
okay.
So,
And when we talk about this next thing, Ringo, Paul, John, who am I missing? The Beatles.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Ringo, yeah, George, that
Yeah,
was it. The
George.
Beatles,
Mm.
their pests are on the ground. So how can they do damage as well, right?
I don't know. I think they're more of a
Yeah.
nuisance. I mean,
Okay.
there's a lot of things that fall into the ground beetles category.
Okay, well, the final
So,
thing. This is the one that really sends a shiver up my spine. Cockroaches.
yeah,
Yeah.
cockroaches are
You know, yeah.
those are hygiene issues, and I'm sorry for anybody dealing with them because they are difficult to control. But yeah, you want to start with sanitation. Don't ever leave food out on a counter, crumbs, on the floor. That's what they thrive on. The other one that wasn't on this list that was
Yeah.
interesting was flies.
Oh,
we're in
yeah.
fly season. We had a really warm winter,
Yeah.
so flies are already out, and people are already complaining about gnats and fruit flies and house flies. So it could be a rough spring for insects
No,
in
let's
our
hope
homes.
not.
Yeah.
So if you want to
Just
see a
for my
rebroadcast of
own
this,
personal,
yes, yes, Kev.
well, I was just saying, carpenter bees. My
Yeah.
God. I mean, I've got a nice cedar deck and they are just going to
Oh,
town. How do you get rid of those, Brad?
So you can put out traps. I mean, there are simple traps that you can put out. But yeah, I mean, if you call Team Bug Out, we're going to come out and use other types of chemicals products to take care of them, whether it's synthetic or organic type products. But yeah, you can put out traps. They're somewhat effective.
give that number again one more time so Kevin can
Three,
write it down.
yeah, Kevin, it's
Yes.
357-7700, or you can go to teambugout.com
Okay.
and get more information.
Teambugout.com.
Yeah.
So
Okay, thank you.
for a copy of what we've just talked about and this whole show, go to LouisvilleAnswers.com. That'll give you the YouTube video of what we're doing right now and give you a chance to share it with the friends and family.